Hello and welcome to Krugersdorp. We bring you the Mutual and Federal Premier Interschools clash between Hoërskool, Monument and Glenwood High School from Durban. It's a long way from Durban here to Krugersdorp, and lots of buses have made the journey. That is the monument in question, going back to 1852, and it overlooks the ground where we are about to be royally entertained in this Mutual and Federal Premier Interschools clash. It's 20 degrees out there at the moment. It might even be a little bit warmer than that, but in the shade it's just a little bit on the nippy side. No rain around, no wind to mention, and this far inland that's a rather large bit of humidity, 37%. I'm not sure that we're going to get that much at all. So lots of support in the ground. They've been playing chess, hockey, rugby, netball, all sorts of games against each other, and it's a lovely atmosphere bubbling under. I can tell you that the two second teams have just finished their game. Glenwood beating the Quackers, which is the second team of Monument, by 29 points to 17. We'll have to wait and see whether that is a good omen for the visitors from Durban. And there they are in the green blazers and the striped ties. We saw them on our screens last week where they beat Durban High School by a slender 1-point margin. The Green Machine, they're known as. They are unbeaten this year, and that is the way that they will line up. In fact, there are 5 changes from the team that beat DHS, and 2 positional switches as well. Martin Holzhausen scored 2 tries at fly half. He's in outside centre this afternoon. Franke Buerter takes over at fly half. Nasty injury to Marco Pulvi has resulted in Glenwood skipper Austin Brummer moving into the number 8 position. The Monument side is captained by Pierre Buerter, the hooker, and they haven't, by their own very high standards, had a great season this year, but with home advantage they will certainly be hoping that they're going to be too good for Glenwood. We wait and see what happens. Alongside me is Hanyani Shimanga, also looking forward to what should be a fine game of rugby.
Good afternoon, Gavia. Good afternoon, Andy. Sorry, good to be out here. Really good to be out here. Interesting town, Krugersdorp. First time out here, I think, in a while, so you usually drive past here as the Green Machine is about to run on. Should be a good game, unbeaten, like you said. So a lot to play for both teams. Monnas have had a tough season. So look at the captain, Austin Brummer.
Yeah, very well spoken young man. I spoke to him at the end of last week's game, and he was absolutely delighted that they'd managed to pull it through, because they were trailing with 15 minutes of the game left against DHS, but they managed to keep their unbeaten season on track. They, of course, have won a tournament in Japan this year, and as a result of that, they haven't played as many games as they would normally do. Here come the Witbuller, running the gauntlet all the way down through that long, long tunnel. And Pierre Buerter runs full tilt onto the field, followed by the rest of the Witbuller. Now everybody in blazers will leave the field, and the Monument captain is joined by the rest of his team. Of course, Monuments have dominated Craven Week sides for Gauteng over the last decade. They've had 58 players at Craven Week in those 10 years. LJ Swart is our referee from the Lions Society, and he'll be hoping for a fast and open game, I'm sure. Lots of Springboks associated with both teams as well. And when I think of Monument, I think of Jacques Ferry. I was lucky enough to commentate on him at school, and then at under 19, under 21 level for the Lions. Always looked like he was going to be a great player. Now the ground goes silent. Little moment of reflection. That is the Glenwood second team saying thank you to the rest of the school who have come up to support them. So we're ready to start this Mutual and Federal Premier Interschools clash, and it'll be Glenwood in the green jerseys playing from right to left on your screens against the white jerseys and black shorts of Monument. Krugersdorp has come to a standstill, and we're ready to go.
Just a little bit of a wait as the schoolboys go through the various team songs or school songs.
JP?
What do you call them, Andy? Anthems, war cries.
Austin?
That's it. A big game. You can see the difference in size. The Monnas team, very big.
Franke Buerter gets the game going, and it's taken for Monnas by Kevin LaRue.
Taken back.
So they're trying to run it out of their own 22. There's a little error, but referee will bring them back offside. The side entry.
Side entry.
It's good to see Monnas. I don't know whether the Newt was advantage, but trying to run from early on would have been a dangerous position if that ball was turned over. The side entry called, get the opportunity to see the first line out as the big centre. It looks like it's about to kick it out.
Hasn't picked up too much distance there, but Emir Pelser made sure of his touch. So the first line out will be on the 10-metre line of Glenwood. Glorious day here on the West Rand. Gold was discovered in Krugersdorp 1886, 130 years ago. Nicely taken in the middle of the line there by Ruan Vermaak.
Get out 3.
Now they've disengaged, and so they're going to have to start again from there, but they present the ball nicely. It's picked up by Tinus Combrink. In fact, Combrink leaves it for the big forwards, and now he will send it out. It's taken on by Vermaak.
Green release. Step.
Now Combrink gives it to his three-quarter line. Let's see what they can do from here. A little wraparound move, but somebody's got to straighten the line. Up from fullback came Prinsloo, and he got the ball out to Van der Westhuizen on the left wing, but that was all extremely lateral. Now it's hit up powerfully by the number 7 flank, Kristen van Niekerk. Turnover ball for Glenwood, so a long build-up comes to naught for Monument. And that's the sort of bounce you will see on these firm fields. The kick for touch from Arno van der Westhuizen.
Had no choice, surprised to let that ball bounce. Could have been in trouble if it bounced backwards, but the ball does fly a mile up here. So Glenwood go with a short line out. Let's see what they can bring to the party in terms of attack.
Right over the top it goes. And Monnas taken all the way to the halfway line there. Good run there from Kevin LaRue.
Inside.
Inside is the call, and so fullback Dylan Creer can get it straight off the park. He doesn't do so. Dandre Prinsloo is the fullback for Monnas. Oh, loose ball hacked ahead, and here's a chance for Glenwood. Oh, if that ball had bounced the other way, it could have been very different. As it is, referee will bring them back, no advantage.
Interesting play. Glenwood would have wanted that to stay in, but Glenwood quite good defensively. They're standing up physically to this big Monnas pack, making some good tackles. They haven't had much ball to attack with Andy, so first line out, they threw it over the back, short line out. This time scrum time, let's see how they go here.
In, number 8.
Well, you'll see that Monnas pack weight, 716 kilos.
We had the chat prior to this, okay? This is our benchmark one. Let's adhere to those steps we discussed, okay?
Glenwood slightly the lighter of the two packs.
Closer. Bind. Set.
Putting the ball in is Jaden Juster. He was on the bench last week. Oh, there's a big shove from Monnas. And the referee gives the penalty against Monnas for scrumming up.
Glenwood, oh, they're going to go for the kick here. He's going for the touch finder. But the front row, it's a scary thought, that, or a scary sight.
Angle gooi in omgewerkt.
Get him popped there, both prop and hooker, feet off the ground. Purely from the power from the Monnas pack.
Well, he's missed touch as Frank Abuerta, and Monnas looking to run it out again. There's that fleet-footed centre of MJ Pelser. Up to the 10 they go. Pelser over the halfway line now. And eventually in touch on the 10.
Knock on first. Knock on first.
It's a big man, Pelter. Really big centre. Shows strength.
So knock on first,
also
Austin.
quite a good turn of
Knock on
pace.
into touch, option.
Probably the
Line
go-to
out
man in
of
the midfield. We've seen some touches from him. Nice and early in this game.
Well, the first scrum was a no contest. Let's see what happens in the second.
Right there.
And the first one you saw it, Andy.
Let's fix it now.
The Monnas pack, you know, it's called popping, basically scrumming them and they go off their feet. They went off their feet, got some air miles there. To the Glenwood pack, let's have a look again. Yeah, penalised for it, not allowed to do it.
Crouch.
Not allowed to scrum
Closer.
up, but just some impressive
Bind.
power from the Monnas front row.
Another
That's
huge
again,
show.
Yeah. Again, there's trouble there. Trouble there for the Glenwood pack.
Pulling back. Pulling back.
No, it's a big loose head from the Monnas team.
Mark.
Nathan Macbeth doing all the damage on the left-hand side there. And it's still early, very early. Second scrum.
There you go. Okay. Austin.
So the decision has been made to
He's got
kick
stay
it
in the
goal here.
contest there. What happened there? 3.
And
Pulled.
with the
Back.
ball
He's got to stay in the
is
contest.
fly half Luc Rousseau.
Yeah. Netter.
There he is, Luc Rousseau. He was born in 1999, which of course was the year that the Springboks got to the semi-finals of the World Cup and had that dramatic game at Twickenham. It wasn't his best strike, and it's gone left. So still 0-0 here.
Unlucky boys, unlucky.
And in general play, you'd say that Glenwood were the better of the two sides, but in set-piece play, Monument are ruling the roost.
Yeah, and just Glenwood, no, they're not getting a platform, and if anything, they're not going to get a platform from scrums. If it continues like that, so line out and broken field play, the turnovers might be the opportunity.
A little bit upright going into the hit there was eighth man Pierre Jacobs.
Not around the neck.
Monument, they like this close quarter attack. Now there's an error from Pelser. Advantage being played for the knock-on.
No hands out wide, no hands.
Glenwood have an opportunity to play the ball here. Uesta, Buerta.
Advantage over.
Advantage over is the call. That's a good kick from Buerta. It's kept in play by Prinsloo. Now he's in trouble behind his own line, trying to run his way out of trouble.
Leave now.
And,
out wide.
That's a dangerous kick for both sides. Yes, the lock forward from Monnas found himself in no man's land there.
Get out, green.
Long, high ball from Dylan Creer. Taken in by Jacobs. Now the long ball downfield. Nobody at home for Glenwood. This is a foot race. Racing after it is Varmeyer. And here goes Franco Buerta. That's gone straight out on the foot. He's distressed about that because there was space.
Oh, Glenwood looking a bit gun-shy in terms of, you know, trying to run the ball actually first and then looking for kick space. The first option is to put the ball up or try kick it. It's not really working. They lose that battle badly.
Wide down the line.
The strong Monnas pack gets another opportunity. See the strength of the Monnas pack. You know, they've got some big runners out there, and they like using pick and drive around the fringes, and that's where they're attacking Glenwood at the moment.
And that one's gone against the throw. Glenwood have a chance. O'Neill feeding it out to Uesta. And now here's Maduna in midfield. He's a very strong attacking runner, is the inside centre. Oh, Monnas may have won the counter-ruck here.
Last feet.
Glenwood have got it back. Uesta, clear.
White.
And Prinsloo is going to have to track back for Monnas. He's got a bit more time than he had on the previous occasion. Still hasn't found touch. Now Glenwood having a go. Here's Holzhausen, fly half last week and running into some big fellows. Standing off is the tight head Renier van Rooyen. Goose steps are not really associated with tight heads. Now Uester, good pick up on the half volley there by Kevin Smith. Knock on means we'll have another scrum.
Yeah, and you mentioned the set piece here. The Glenwood pack in trouble early days there. This was the first scrum. Look at that. Air miles there for the Glenwood pack. And then the second scrum penalty given against Glenwood. Some good power, especially coming from the left-hand side. From that man, Nathan McGrath. Scrum number 3 here. And the Monument pack smells blood. And
well, it's about timing for Glenwood now, isn't it? They've got to get that feed right. They've got to get the hook quick and get it out of there.
In and out, channel 1 ball. Very quickly get it to the backs.
Mine.
And it's all dependent on the hookers. Well, how quickly he gets can do that hook. You know, it's almost a forgotten skill, but this is going to test him here. Getting that body in the right position. The scrum off, putting it in slightly skew so he can get that hook in.
Well, the hooker for Glenwood is Breeden Schwulst, who's going to the Academy Week in July. Most of this Glenwood side are either going to the Academy Week or the main Craven Week with KwaZulu-Natal. And they are certainly the strongest of the KZN sides, are Glenwood.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Now they've gone down again. The referee says no. Glenwood were culpable there. Tight head has been done. That's a good kick from Luc Rousseau. So a good platform this. Buerta finds his front jumper this time. A good leap there from Christopher Havenhaar. They love to play through the driving maul. This time, though, it breaks up extremely quickly. And Buerta is away.
Roll green, no hands.
They've got options here of Monnas.
Tacklers up.
Strong defence in front of their own posts from Glenwood. And that looks like a penalty advantage being played. Options either side, and they'll come back for the penalty now. Pelser unable to hang on.
Yeah, it looked like Maduna actually held the ball on the ground under pressure.
Not now.
He made the tackle, then a bit of gamesmanship, they're not releasing. He knew what he was doing, just slowing it down slightly, because if he quick ball, Glenwood or Monnas would have been in business.
So Luc Rousseau is going to have an easier shot at goal than the first one.
After look at Maduna he's got his hands on the ball. You can see exactly what he's doing. They're just trying to slow it down slightly to buy the defense a bit of time.
And there are the first points on the board. Home side lead by 3-0. We've had 14 minutes. Maya Bongwe Maduna, known to his friends as Sion. Now the restart from Franco Buerta. Oh dear, oh, that's some pyrotechnics we've seen from the Sharks in the past. And the power of the beast, I remember holding up a couple of lock forwards. And the Monnas supporter there, showing that he's no shrinking violet either. Here's a chance though. Holzhausen takes it towards the right-hand corner for Glenwood. Now they come back the other way. A little bit of stepping there from Edward Loebscher. It's available from Uester. Franco Buerta out in front. This is Maduna.
Athletics number 5 or close?
Offside against the whole back line, right in front of the posts. Chance to level the scores.
And it's the first sort of attacking play we've seen from Glenwood on the right side of the field. And they look promising, playing with 10, trying to get their runners at some good quick ruck ball, but a fantastic turnover from Glenwood to put them in this position.
So Martin Holzhausen will line up the shot at goal. And although he's at Glenwood, he was up here in Gauteng for a while, went to Yechia Janssen before going down to Durban. Played in this fixture last year, and that was at Glenwood. And the left-footed kick slides through. We are level after 16 minutes. So maybe those two kicks, Shimmy, will just settle the nerves a little bit. It's been a bit of a scrappy encounter up to date.
Yeah, and you can see Glenwood just struggling to get their hands on the ball, forced to do a lot of defending. And Monnas, solid set piece, Andy, some big boys, but just lacking that schoolboy rhythm you sometimes want to see in terms of, you know, that ball flying down the back line and some good attacking play.
Well, this is the 7th time these two sides have met, and 6 wins going the way of Monument. You have to go back to 2012 for the one time that Glenwood won.
Wait! Thank you.
It's a long, long kick, and it'll bounce further. So that has really
Get out, White!
given Glenwood a good position, and it would have been even better without the knock-on. Devon Bruff on the right wing.
It's interesting, it looked like some of the Monument players were actually lurking around that area, and then the ref shouted get out. Would have been in his way slightly, because they need to get out of there quickly as possible, and they sort of lurked around there until the ref warned them.
Let's square it up, You one step closer, you. Let's go, boys.
Well, let's see how we go. We've had 2 incomplete scrums and 2 scrums that were demolished on Glenwood feed. This is, of course, Monument feed. And as you would expect,
better scrum from Glenwood.
There's a little bit of a hit back against Monnas, but the ball is available. Prinsloo has lost the ball forward in contact.
And you can see what he was trying to do. He had the ball in one hand. He didn't dominate that contact first, but Monnas, that's the rhythm. That's why Monnas, you mentioned it, Andy, a bit of a scrappy affair, 6 handling areas. It's only 18 minutes gone, but the T. Prinsloo trying to get his hands through the tackle to get that offload back on the inside, and that didn't work at all.
On crouch, we ear to ear, huh, gents?
You can see the stress on the faces of the Glenwood front row as they go down there.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Stable. Yes, 9.
Uster with the feed. They haven't got the quick strike they were looking for. Front rows have gone up, but it is available. Buerta, Maduna. Good tackle in midfield coming in from Pelsa. Here's the tight head, Renier van Rooyen. He's one of the boys going to Craven Week from Glenwood. Franco Buerta out in front. A little pivot there from Holzhausen, but he lost the ball forward as he hit the deck.
And it's like he took his eyes off the ball. But nothing really on from Glenwood from that position. The Monnas defense holding up beautifully.
So we're into the second quarter of the game. It's tied up at 3 apiece.
Crouch.
Monnas, as I mentioned earlier, haven't had a stellar year. Glenwood are unbeaten.
Wait, 7.
Oh, that's good play from Uerster. But excellent riposte from his opposite number, Combrink, who managed to slip away from the tackle. Now it's taken on by Botha.
No hands, Green. Last feet.
Combrink finding the tall timber of Ruan Vermaak. Referee will have been playing some advantage. He'll bring them back for the penalty. Just about in range.
Yeah, it was Jaden Uerster was about a mile offside after that scrum. It looked like the scrum actually went too quickly, so the offside was called way before this. It was from the scrum that the Glenwood scrum off was offside.
Same as with him, with their penalties.
Just pick and drive, some work around the rack.
Pull the trigger a little
They're
early.
trying to break down the Glenwood team physically, then have a run. Not trying to give them any turnover opportunity.
When it's out,
keeping it very tight.
That offside that you were talking about, I see that World Rugby have sent out the new laws this week, and one of them says that from now on the scrum half won't be able to go past the flanker's feet.
Yeah, that's just to open up space and create attacking opportunity, so it makes attack a bit easier and also makes it more attractive to see. I mean, especially there you saw how Monnas couldn't get going because the scrum half was offside.
That is going over the crossbar. Looked as if it was just dipping under, but it's over. Monnas are back in front.
Yeah, look at that. From a great scrum, Uerster about 2 meters offside. So just poor discipline from Glenwood.
The restart from Botha, taken in by Combrink.
Wait.
And Rousseau finds a good touch. Yeah, just going back to that new law, there's about 6 of them. And the one that I'm particularly delighted about is that now they're saying if the ball's available, even if a scrum collapses, you can play on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, it's just all sort of laws to open up space, speed the game up, and not have a lot of resets.
Little variation from Glenwood there. It's taken by Dylan Vederman.
Okay, now you've missed it. Get out. What?
They're back from Uerster. Good pick up on the half volley there from Franco Botha.
Release out what you've missed.
Here's Botha again. Nice to see him on the move. And that's where that little incisiveness came from. But then I don't think that the rest of the team were on his wavelength. So it's turnover ball for Monnas.
On it.
That's from an offside position. Ooh, this could be a yellow card.
Just put it down there. Yeah, Austin.
Looks like the referee might just be having a team warning.
Okay, so we had to chat prior about protecting space, and that's what we want to do. The offside, numerous occasions now. Okay. They've got to honour that offside line, okay?
Sure. Can I query one thing?
Let's respect that space.
Sure, can I query one thing? Just the roll, when that's out, when we're taking, we're rolling away.
I'll have a look.
Well, a wise man once said to me, if you don't have an offside line, you don't have a game. And that's what the referee is talking about there.
No. Show middle.
So line out on the Glenwood 10. Beautifully taken there by Harvin Ha. Pelser sends it away. It's a very static backline from Monnas. And eventually Prinsloo gets over the gangline. And that looked like foot in touch. It was indeed.
It's fine. No hands now, White. No. There we go. Thank you, Suping.
Yeah, Monument did well to get a line break from that move. You know, he spoke about how static it was, but you know, some good explosive power, some Good incision by Dondre Prinsloo to get them into this position. So again, been impressed by the Monnas line-out, actually. Pretty accurate. And some good work being done by their hooker.
Wait.
Nicely taken by Vermaak.
And 3.
And they're looking to get that driving maul on again. But Glenwood have been pretty good at breaking it up quickly. Penalty goes
number 1 collapsing.
Against Lucid Quinton Foster.
Number 1. Thumbs off.
Van die eerste half. 15 nek. Verwit 5. Hou terug. Op die vloer op die nek. Nek roll.
Okay.
And then watch the fast and back and push like 3. Pushed it.
Okay. So what's your recommendation? Okay, so this is how I see it. So 5 on the ground with a neck roll.
5 green with the neck roll.
Okay. And then just the push from what?
And then push for obviously retaliation.
Retaliation. Are you happy with just penalties?
Just penalties.
So it would have gone against him,
yeah.
And then for the retaliation, we're going to turn the penalty around. Are you happy with that?
No, I'm happy with that.
Okay, thank you.
Just give them.
Soto Voce.
So 5 and 5. Okay, gents, so Austin, just a bit of argy-bargy here. It's not on. You had a tussle on the ground. You then retaliated. So the penalty would have gone to you guys. It's going to get turned around for the retaliation. But that's the last of it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Little nod between the two number 5 locks. Dylan Vaderman for Glenwood and Ruan Vermaak for Monument. Chance for Glenwood to clear their lines.
So what I understood, but it was a neck roll and then retaliation after that. So let's have a look here for the neck roll. Okay, there it is, and then a push there.
On the AR. Wait, 5 back.
Good jump at the front by Edward Loebscher for Glenwood.
Okay, get out, Watts. Join from the back. Release.
Getting himself a little isolated there was Kevin Smith. And the referee gives the knock-on against Monnas.
This is breakaway, but I must say it's a good strip from having the big lock from Monument. It looked like they were going right through the middle of that move, but again, it's lacking that continuity.
Wait. 8 in. Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady. Okay. Both backs, chins up, eh? Go on, go down like that. Okay.
Referee is a little bit like a WWF man. He's going either side to see where the skullduggery is happening.
And I can tell he's at the right side now. That's where it's all happening. Pretty even contest.
Crouch.
On the right-hand side here where the Monnas tight head is.
Set.
It's all happening that side, so.
Wait, 6.
Front rows have been popped again. And it's one against the head
Release
for
that
Monnas.
green, release green.
But no chance to really use the ball.
No hands, get out, 3 green.
Halfway line.
And yet I'm not sure if I agree with this play. We've seen it a lot from Monument. Just picking and driving from the halfway line. Doesn't create space for the backs. Just buys them time so they can potentially try and kick the ball away.
Leave him now.
Well, that was the little chip ahead from Rousseau that was snaffled by Glenwood. It sounds like somebody's hit one of our microphones over that far side.
Scoopy Fleming ball.
That's wrong, 5.
Glenwood overall coaches Hans Kutsia, who of course was a Super Rugby coach for a while with the Lions, and under him he's got Jan van Staden and Peter Scudder.
And then if you look at you spoke about earlier, this game's lacking rhythm. The ball hasn't gone to 5 phases once, and the ball has been spread to the wings only once. So it just shows, Monnas or Monument quite keen on picking and driving around that ruck area, trying to keep it tight and into the 10 to kick it. And Glenwood really haven't held on to the ball at all. They hadn't had enough position from scrums. The line out's been sort of average, so the game lacking a bit of rhythm and a stop-start affair with good conditions, I must say.
Yes, endorse all of that. Just under 5 minutes left to half-time. I would imagine that both sets of coaches will be having a stern word with their players at the break. Long ball over the top, nobody wanted it. Eventually it's taken by Smith.
No hands out, no.
Jooster. Here's Brummer, the captain. And he runs into a heavy hit from his opposite number, Jacobs. Jonathan O'Neill was in the back line there in the fly half channel. Now Jooster with the lateral run. It's eventually spread out to the left wing, GJ Lubber. And by our stats, that's the second time there's been a pass to the wing, but I don't suppose he was expecting to get it from the hooker.
That's fine. Some more, use it once.
Chokcha is going to use all that strength at the tight head prop here now. Hold under, is not going down there.
That was a game within a game, wasn't it?
Exactly. Held up, choke tackle. Just got to fight to get to ground to create that ruck. And that's a massive hit. Blindsided is Maduna. But he does well. Look at that. Protects the ball, looks after it. And he gets the ball back nicely.
Yeah, he's a strong lad. He is going to Craven Week. He was at Academy Week last year. Got a try last week against DHS, Maduna, and he does look a quality player.
Square it up. Step left.
Craven Week this year is at Kearsney College down in KwaZulu-Natal.
Hey, watch yourself. Yeah.
And that'll be in the second week of July. All those games will be live on SuperSport.
Bind. Sit. Wait. Wait.
8-9 move.
Offsides.
Referee has seen that offside. Now, he did have a long chat about offside, but he's not going to take any further action.
That was a mile of sides. I think one of the flankers and the scrum off broke incredibly early from Glenwood.
Yeah.
And that's penalty number 7 that Glenwood have conceded. So ticking over in that area. And as the ball comes out, you'll see the early break. Gone offsides there.
And body language says a lot there, doesn't it? The number 7 flank knew exactly what he'd done.
He almost wanted to run back in. But surprisingly, the amount of attacking set pieces Monument have had, they've lacked penetration in terms of trying to get over. So let's have a look here.
One off the top, taken by the stampeding Macbeth. He gets the pass away to Jacobs. He's within a metre. This is the first real chance of the game. Straight through the middle goes the big lock forward, Ruin for Mark, and he gets the try.
It's good work, a good back ball from Monument. That work around the back of the line out with Nathan Macbeth. From then on, the cavalry was coming around the corner at the front of the line out. The big lock is working hard. Look at that, you're not going to stop him here in that position. He could have even given the pass away, to be honest with you. But coming here full steam ahead from that line out, coming around the corner, nice, hard, strong, fast. And it's a try for Monument.
Yes, Ruin for Mark. Got a bit of a lecture from the referee a few minutes ago, but he's done very well in the game in the set pieces, and now gets the first try of the match. This is Rousseau trying to make it into a 7-pointer as we head for half-time. got it.
And again, great work here, but look at the pace here. He straightens up nicely, hips nice and square to the try line, steps back inside, and unless that Glenwood player came off the line, he had no chance of stopping him there.
There goes the hooter. So, decision to be made here for Monnas. Do they just try and free the ball up and kick it into touch? We will soon know. Well, they got themselves into trouble there, but there was a little knock on, and so the referee makes the decision for everybody else. So a game that was looking for all money as if it was going to half-time at 6-3 is actually 13-3 in favour of the home side, Monument. And we'll have to wait and see whether that try settles down the players. So there we go, at the break, Monnas 13, Glenwood 3.